Alright, I need everyone to get their imagination caps on, because Papa Colin is about to take you on a trip to the past. The setting is my best friend's house, 2 a.m, New Year's Day, 2018. We're in the middle of the party, and by the party, I mean the point in the party where everyone is passed out drunk in the living room except for the people who didn't drink the entire night, which just so happened to be my best friend and myself. I mean, we hosted the party, and you gotta be vigilant as the hosts. Any slacking could end up in a catastrophe. A brief moment of silence for those lost in the beer pong incident of '86. You will live forever on in our hearts. Anyways, we're engaging in some Smash to Smash content, and he suddenly says, "Dude, I found this new amazing gaming video essayist," to which I responded, "Yay!" Listen, my perspective has been drastically altered since then, but whenever he would show me one of his discoveries, they always reminded me of the kids from high school who were way too into League of Legends. And by kids from high school who are way too into League of Legends, I mean my best friends from high school. Listen, I'm not proud of my past, but I've learned to live with it, and I think I've grown stronger because of it. He then said to me, "Don't worry, dude. This one is really different, I promise." To which I responded with a few nods and a smile, as our common courtesy before the regret sets in. So he pulls up the video on his PS4, and when he starts it, I am immediately greeted by this.
You and your boys turn on the TV set at Ricky's house, you're greeted with this commercial.
It's The Legend of Zelda and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tektites, Levers too. But with your help, our hero pulls through.
Pop, pop,
yeah,
pop,
go Link, yeah, get Zelda.
You go and get your hands on that beautiful gold cartridge. Pop that bitch in your nest. Boot it.
Needless to say, there's a hook through the middle of my jaw, and this man is reeling me into a speedboat of righteousness. I had never, and I mean never, seen a video essay in any genre like the one we were watching. While it was genuinely informative and stuffed with interesting information that I never knew before, there was also a man on a yoga ball moving all over the screen while cussing me out and saying penis breath one too many times. By the time the 6 minutes of the video were up, I had never been so interested in save points in my life. I asked my friend who that mythical creature was, and he responded with the magic words, NakeyJakey. We spent the rest of the night binging almost his entire catalog before making breakfast for our passed out compatriots in the morning. And through his sheer power, we made the best damn pancakes that have ever been crafted by the hands of man. Ever since that moment, I have been completely and utterly in love with Jakey's content. Now, with the majority of people that I make videos about, it's important that I go through the history of their channel and the significant changes and progression they've gone through, with this heralded segment being known as Backstory Time. Jakey, however, is a completely different animal. I saw a tweet the other day, and I can't remember who put it out there. Apologies for that. But it said, if you didn't have a period of time at the beginning of your run on the website where you were posting cringe videos on YouTube, you were inhuman. Well, if that is the case, we need to be looking into this man, because ever since he started uploading 4 years ago, he has been putting out abnormally fantastic content. I mean, sure, there was definitely some pretty apparent donkey influence on his humor at the beginning, but not enough to warrant me calling him a copycat, which I never hesitate to do. His first venture into video making, eloquently titled Games That Should Bang, is a very interesting series in which he takes two titles that have weaknesses and fits them together like puzzle pieces by breaking down how the strength of one could help the lackluster areas of the other. As someone who has watched a metric ton of YouTube, I can confidently say that I have never seen someone have such advanced content at such an early stage in their career. Obviously, his content now is much more refined and leagues above his older stuff, but that's a pretty impressive feat, considering that his stuff now is some of the best content on the platform. Now, the key word I want to bring up when discussing Jakey's content, as you can tell by the title, is innovation. And boy, oh boy, has the man done a whole lot of that. The first area where I would like to discuss his innovation is with the genre of video essays. And I know as I'm saying this, there are some people in the comments right now saying something along the lines of, Jakey's videos aren't even video essays. Shows how real of a fan you are. And by doing that, you are proving my point completely. The general stigma around video essays are that they are serious and informative pieces of content that generally are constructed in the way that a written essay would be. The first thing that most of my friends brought up as an issue against my argument when I talked to them about the idea for this video was that Jakey makes a lot of videos that focus on his own personal situations with things and incorporates a more storytelling style to his content than most video essays nowadays do. And although that is true, that doesn't automatically make his stuff not essays. In fact, one of the most popular types of essays to write are personal or narrative essays, where you are free to be as intimate as you want with your writing. While the video essays that are seen on YouTube mostly fall under the genre of critical essays, which is a more intense and thorough approach to a piece of media. Think about it as your college essay versus a essay you write for college. Two pretty different things. However, the main difference that was mentioned between Jakey and most other video essayists is that the former's videos are generally rather fast-paced and entertaining, while the latter is much more boring and overly analytical. And for the most part, they were correct, but that is what makes him so innovative. In every single facet of his videos, whether it be his editing, writing, or simply his personality, he manages to entertain you so much that you actually forget you're watching a borderline educational video. You could be getting absorbed in the fun of it all, and all of the banter and charisma he exudes, and then all of a sudden, whoops, it's 50 minutes later and you finished an entire video on the downfall of Naughty Dog's game design, and somehow you've retained every single piece of information he's handed to you on a silver platter. The next aspect I want to bring to the forefront here is his topics. The video essay genre generally stays in place when it comes to subjects being discussed, that being media, whether that be movies, music, video games, literature, art, you get the point here. And that's cool and all, or nifty as you young people tend to say, but what about dating sites, huh? Or book fairs, or high school, or music downloading sites? Jakey is all over all of that. Once again, he is coming out of left field with topics that wouldn't generally be discussed. Yet he holds an incredible amount of relatability to the generation of people who are watching his content. Take notes, Hannah Stocking and Lele Pons. You folks could learn a thing or two from Nakey Boy over here. And they're so completely out of the box that you have to imagine that there's no possible way he's choosing these topics to chase views, which makes it so much sweeter that every single one of the videos that I just mentioned have over 1.8 million views, which is more than the amount of subscribers he has, meaning that his retention and reach on the site is insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't even talked about his music. Yeah, he makes music too. And it's not one of those things where he became a YouTuber and once it became a profitable output for him, he just started making music out of the blue. He's been making music since he started making videos, and he often includes rapping or his beat making talent in some of his videos, seeing as he produced all of his own music as well. Not only does it take a good amount of talent to do that regardless of the actual quality of the music, but I genuinely think the stuff that he makes is pretty solid. I'd be a liar if I said I haven't bumped South Dakota or Saint like in my whip while driving around my Midwest town and chain smoking cigarettes with my best friends, absolutely screaming along to the lyrics. I feel like he truly speaks to my soul when he says, "Don't eat glass, 'cause it's bad for your teeth." No, but in all seriousness, I think that this is something that also sets him apart from his peers. He finds a way to attract a crowd from relatable content, from just being himself. And although authenticity is a word that I really overuse on this channel, I can't help but use that adjective to describe him as well. Ultimately, NakeyJakey is one of the most beneficial creators that this godforsaken platform holds. Not only does his brilliant sense of pacing, absolute bonkers style of editing, and fast-paced writing leave everyone who watches him in stitches, but he is always constantly pushing the boundaries of creativity that the people before him have set. And for that, I feel like we will all be eternally grateful to the naked man. Thank you guys so much for watching. First and foremost, subscribe to the channel if you liked what this was. I know it's a little bit of an annoyance to hear it over and over again, but it does help when I do mention it. So Second of all, shout out to our patron Weston Katecki and our producer AJ Ford. If you would like to join the ranks and check out our interesting tiers and benefits that we have along with those tiers, go visit our Patreon. It'll be in the description. Also in the description is our Twitch, is our Twitter, and our podcast on Spotify, Banter for Two. So if you want to check any of those out, those are also in the description. And then once again, thank you guys for just being patient. And I'm so glad that we are uploading content again. I hope that you will all enjoy the stuff we make. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching once again. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.